Alright, so I don't know if anyone still gives a shit about the Lions versus Pokemon argument thing, but a lot of people seem kinda confused and misinformed here. There's no way the 721 Pokemon would survive a battle against a billion tigers. Lions. Reason number 1. How big is a billion? So I don't know if people really realize how much a billion of something is. Alright, check it out. A million minutes ago, it was pretty much 2 years back. A billion minutes ago, Jesus Christ was still alive. A million hours ago was 1885. A billion hours ago, man didn't walk on the earth. There were no human beings. All the humans were mammoths or something. But I bet you all want, the size comparison. So here we got the 721 Pokemons, right? Each of these squares is 100 and then there's 21 more. So let's zoom out and see how big the opposing army is, okay? Check this shit. We zoom out, and there's the green field here is the... If a normal-sized person would stand on a completely empty open savanna, the green part here is the amount of lions that person would see, stretching as far as to the horizon. So the green part is all the way to the horizon here. That will be just about that part. So here's the horizon, and here's the rest of the army not yet reached the horizon. So you realize how many waves of lions are gonna have to crash into these Pokemon before it's over? I mean, this might, doesn't look like too much, but there's a problem. This image is only of 1 million lions. This one, however, here we got the view field, and there's a few more lions. Still not impressed. Thing is that this is only 10 million lions. Now, view field. A few lions. A few more lions. This is 100 million lions. We're looking for 1,000 million. A billion is 1,000 million lions. And here's what that looks like. And a billion, and you can't even see the Pokemon anymore. Now, let's grab one of them calculators. This doesn't fit enough zeros, or maybe it does. It did, okay. 1 billion divided by 722, alright. If you ever seen the movie 300, each of those Spartans had to kill 500 Persians each. And they didn't do it. Spoilers. Every single Pokemon would have to kill just about 1,400,000 lions each. Now I don't know about you, but I don't think bitch Caterpie is gonna be up to the task. Neither is any of the underevolved shit. I mean, most of them is gonna get stomped, right? So each and every Pokemon pretty much have to kill 1.5 of this. Every single Pokemon has to kill at least this and half of this extra. So now that you maybe have a clue of how fucking gargantuan of a number 1 billion is, let's check out the other reasons why this fight is severely unwinnable. Reason number 2. Drag algae. Their poison is strong enough to eat through the hull of a tanker, and they spit it indiscriminately at anything that enters its territory. Meaning, when Team Pokemon is gonna go recruit this motherfucker, he is gonna be spitting on their asses and not be really compliant, if you know what I mean. Even if he does come along, he's still gonna attack everyone indiscriminately, and he just won't be able to be in the army. Which means the Pokemon side's gonna show up to the battlefield with 720 of the members and get insta disqualified. Reason number 3. Spread moves. Okay, so some assumptions would be that all of these Pokemon have trainers, because there's a lot of them you can't even get without, trading, and most of them aren't found in the wild and whatever. But the trainers won't be at the battlefield, because that's not part of the thing. Then we'd have to calculate their survival, and I think that's sort of slim to none. Kind of instantly dying, all of them. Alright, so when a bunch of Pokemon, they marching up to the battlefield, and they see a fuck ton of targets, they're gonna use their spread moves. And they're gonna use them fast and a fucking lot. at the same time. Mainly talking about these moves, the moves that don't damage everything, like earthquake, surf, sludge wave, fucking discharge bulldoze, all of the good stuff, you know. You know what's gonna happen when all of the Pokemon use their spread moves at the same time? Pretty much all of the Pokemon is gonna die. Discharge is even gonna take care of all the flyers. The Pokemon arrive at the scene, everyone uses one spread each. They're all dead. And if they're lucky, they got a little portion of the lines, you know. Because let's be real and realistic here. The spread moves aren't gonna hit all of the lions. I can be generous and say that the spread moves hit everything within their line of sight. Within the, you know, horizon margin here, maybe. Perhaps more for the flyers or the tall Pokemons. But, I mean, you're not gonna kill all of them. You know, it's not reasonable. And then they're all gonna be dead. Pretty short battle. Reason for just creative differences. So you're thinking, nah, they won't be using that because you're gonna have, like, Mewtwo and he's gonna like tell all the Pokemon what they're gonna do so that they don't fuck up. Problem with that is you're gonna have about 10 fucking generals. You're gonna have like you have Mewtwo, you have like Mew, you have the God Pokemon, the fucking Devil Pokemon, I don't know, all the other legendaries that are gonna have a little disagreement on tactics, you know. So again, there's gonna be a fuck ton of infighting and they might all scatter or fuck up it before they even reach the battlefield. Again, sort of hypothetical, but it's still gonna happen. So 5. Magcargo. Okay, so you knew this guy was coming. He's always, because his fucking Pokédex entry says his body temperature is roughly 18,000 degrees. Air flames something. Now, do you know what the problem is with having a thing that's 177% hotter than the fucking sun next to you or on the same hemisphere? Vsauce 3 did the math, and most things won't be able to be within a couple of hundred meters from it, and everything within a 50-meter radius will burst into flame and insta-die. Maybe excluding the other fire types, but whatever. But you say that's fine, we're just gonna have this asshole like march to the side of the army, he's not gonna bother us, and the lions can't take him because they can't run into him. If they run into him, they're gonna die. 50 meters. It's the rule, okay? Here's the thing. Have you ever tried to stare directly into the sun? It's kinda hard. Gonna blind you. Now imagine that sun is not only 177% brighter, but also not out in space. It's on the planet you're on. The whole Pokemon army is gonna be fucking blind before they reach the battlefield. What's even worse, when Magcargo arrives at the battlefield and that little shit decides to use, it's time to use the explosion, you're gonna have a motherfucking supernova.
The Earth's surface would become an inferno. It would be the beginning of the end.
Granted, it's gonna kill all the lions, but the Pokemon are gonna die first, and later on the lions and the rest of their planet probably goes with it. But the lions survives longer, so it's their win. You could argue that the ghost Pokemon is gonna survive because explosion is a normal type move. That's fair enough, but we're gonna come back to that point later, so hold on to the ghost surviving point. Reason 6. Yveltal. When its life comes to an end, it absorbs the life energy of every living thing and turns into a curse, something, whatever, doesn't matter. So this guy's got a decent speed, alright? He's one of the faster guys, so he's gonna reach the battlefield relatively early and take the bolt of all the spread moves and die. He's definitely dying from that. He's not immune to everything. So he's dead and he absorbs all the life and it's pretty much gonna be the same thing as Magcargo.
The beginning of the end.
Reason number 7. Gardevoir. So here's the biggest reason the Pokemon side doesn't have a single chance of winning. This psycho bitch of a waifu, psychic bitch of a waifu, has the Pokemon Dex entry. To protect its trainer, it will expand all its psychic power to create a small black hole. Keep in mind that Gardevoirs can't be found in the wild, so it has to have a trainer, whether he's present or not. So when our other 2 Armageddon Pokemon decides to, you know, blow their shit, Gardevoir also has the entry. It has the power to predict the future. Its power peaks when it's protecting its trainer. Once he sees this into the future, this girl's gonna get all triggered and shit, and go all psycho girlfriend, you know. If I can't have him, no one will, and create a small black hole. Now you're thinking, it's just a small black hole. What's the harm? Maybe it's just like 1 meter in diameter, right? Here's the thing about black holes.
When the Earth crushes down to just 2 inches across, that's the density of a black hole. It would be the size of a golf ball, yet weigh the same as the Earth. with the same amount of gravity. Anything that gets too close is doomed. It would rip us apart. The black hole would literally tear planets from their orbits. First, it would swallow up the atmosphere, then the planet itself. Destroying an entire solar system is nothing to a black hole.
Remember what we were talking about? The ghosts are gonna survive. They're not ghosts, are not. The ghost Pokemon, they ain't gonna survive this shit, right? They're not. Everything's dead. It's all going away, right? And there's some more lions again. There's gonna be more lions left. Because the origin of the black hole is gonna be closer to Pokemon, so it's over. Done. Done. It's a done deal. Gardevoir single-handedly the reason Pokemons can't win against 1 billion lions. I mean, granted, the lions aren't gonna win by their merit. It's just that Pokemon can't fight with Pokemon. Doesn't work. There it is. 1 billion reasons why 7 lions will take 100 with Pokemon. Girls ruin everything.